If a man you're newly dating starts sending you late night texts, don't respond. You don't need a clever comeback. You don't even need to explain why you don't answer his texts after a certain hour. Put your phone down and go the fuck to sleep. Here's why. If a man can send you a "what are you doing" text at 11:47 at night and immediately receive your attention, he's learning that very little effort gets him access to you. And if very little effort actually works, there is never going to be a reason for him to do more. You're literally rewarding nothing level behavior. There's a psychological concept called the IKEA effect. People tend to place more value on things that they've put effort into building, relationships included. It's named after IKEA furniture because when you spent 2 hours putting together a bookshelf yourself, you will actually value that bookshelf a lot more because you built it. That's why women who have invested so much into their relationships want to see their ROI before another woman has the chance to. His effort is the only thing that matters in dating. When a man has to call you, plan, remember things about you, and make time for you, he's investing in the connection. And investment isn't just money in this case. A man can invest his time, attention, thought planning, emotional energy, and effort long before he invests financially. That's why I don't want you making access to yourself so effortless. So when that 11:47 p.m. text come in, leave it unanswered. You're not playing a game, but if you were, it would be okay. You're allowing his level of effort to reveal itself. And the next morning, you still don't owe him a response to last night's text. Don't wake up and send, "Sorry, I fell asleep." And don't give him a play-by-play of where you were or what you were doing, let alone who you were doing it with. You didn't miss anything. A man sent you a low-effort late-night text and you simply weren't available. Let him reach out again, because now you get to see what he does when his first attempt doesn't get him access to you. Maybe he reaches out later and says, "Good morning, how are you?" Maybe he calls. Maybe he asks you when you're available and makes an actual plan for a date. That is information, but there's another possibility I want you to pay very close attention to. He reaches out the next morning and asks, "Why didn't you respond?" Okay, that's a red flag. Remember what happened. He sent you a late night text because he wanted something from you. Maybe it was attention. Maybe he wanted to see if you were available to slide through. Whatever he wanted, he didn't get it. And now he's asking you to explain why he didn't get access to you when he wanted it. And watch what that question does psychologically. A moment ago, you could have been evaluating his behavior. Why is this man only contacting me late at night is probably what you were thinking. Why isn't he making plans? Why is his effort so low? But with one question from him back to you, which is, "Why didn't you respond?" Suddenly he can put you on defense. Talk about having standards. Now you're explaining yourself. "Well, I was sleeping," or I had to get up early," or "My phone was on silent." Why does a man you're newly dating need an accounting of your time? He doesn't. What he can learn by asking that question is whether you will give him an accounting of your time. Are you going to justify yourself or explain yourself? And if you do those things, he's learned that applying pressure works. And that's why I want you paying attention to these small moments early in dating. The stakes may be small right now, but you're both learning about each other. He's learning what gets him access to you, and you should be learning what kind of man he is when he doesn't get what he wants. So don't argue with him. You don't need to teach him anything here. There are literally no lessons. Let him show you. So if he asks you why you didn't respond, simply say, "I wasn't available." That's it. No explanation. Or you can say something simple like, "I don't do late night texting." Again, you're not telling him what he's allowed to do. You're telling him what you want to do. And if you like him and you want to leave the door open, you can say something like, "You can always catch me earlier." Now, just sit back and watch for his reaction. That's where the real information is. Does he start contacting you earlier? Does he make an actual plan? Does the quality of his effort improve once he has this information? Today, the stakes are a simple text message. Later, the stakes might be your physical boundaries, your relationship, your money, or a decision that actually matters. You want to know early whether or not you're dealing with a man who can hear a boundary and adjust his behavior in real time, or if this is a man who responds to a boundary by applying more pressure until you give in. That's what vetting is. Stop spending the early stages of dating asking questions like, "How do I keep this man interested?" and start asking instead, What is this man's behavior teaching me about him? Can he handle not having immediate access to you? Most importantly, what does he do when he doesn't get what he wants? That is information you want before the stakes get higher and you start attaching yourself to him emotionally. Let him reach out. Again, let him call, let him plan, let him follow through repeatedly without you feeling guilty about it, or worse, sorry for him. And let his level of investment tell you whether he deserves greater access to you. If you're dating, don't just listen to what a man tells you. Learn how to use small moments like this to uncover who he really is before you become emotionally invested. My Smart Vetting, Vet Him by Dessert guide shows you exactly what to look for, what to ask, why he's asking, and how to spot the red flags early. It's linked below.